In this video, I'm going to go over the materials related to your research argument essay. Keeping things consistent with the rest of the course, it's due on June 19th, and that aligns with the Tuesday, Thursday due dates and times throughout the course, but since that's the Juneteenth holiday, I'll extend it an extra day to the 20th. So there's a little bit of wiggle room there for the holiday. Let's go ahead and take a look at these instructions. So just like the compare-contrast essay, the topic is up to you. This is not a class on any specific topic. It's a class on writing. And so just like you picked a topic you genuinely care about and are interested in for the compare-contrast, pick a debatable topic that genuinely interests you to write a research-based argument essay. And so I'm not here to judge your opinions. I'm here to help you write those opinions better. I always keep my opinions to myself. That way students feel comfortable being themselves in my class. So whatever your politics are, whatever your opinions are, they're welcome here. My task is to help you write those opinions more effectively. And so you'll be writing a research-based argument where you support your position on an issue. At the same time, you have to be able to acknowledge that not everybody agrees with you, and you have to be respectful of those opinions. I'll go along with whatever you want to argue, with one exception: animal cruelty or animal suffering. Let's leave that out. That's the one topic that I don't want to read about. Pretty much anything goes. As long as we can find research on it, it's fair game. Just leave out the animal suffering and animal cruelty. So I count paragraphs, not words, because in a well-structured paper, every paragraph has a specific job to do. So this is a 6-paragraph essay. You'll have an intro. Body paragraph 1, where you give respect to your opposition. Then you get 3 body paragraphs to defend your position with 3 main points, and then a conclusion for a total of 6 paragraphs. We'll be using MLA format just like the compare-contrast, but we're going to build on that a little bit. It is a research paper. So the research requirement is that you have to have 4 articles from our college's online library databases. You might not know what that means right now, but don't worry. There are videos in the course to show you exactly how to navigate our databases and how to find articles in those databases. Of the 4, 3 of those articles will support whatever you're arguing, your position. And then 1 article will show that you've done a little bit of research on what the people who disagree with you believe. So 3 articles in support of your argument and 1 that goes against it. All research must come from our online library databases. And again, there are videos to help you navigate those databases. It's required that you give me the database names in your works cited entries, and there are videos to help you do this. We're building on the MLA format here. We're not just formatting the paper, header, heading, title, indenting, and line spacing. We now also have to worry about MLA in-text citations and works cited entries, and you'll find videos to help you with those elsewhere in the course. The works cited entries must include the database names. If you leave those out, it's going to hurt your MLA score, it's going to hurt your evidence score, and your analysis score. It's really going to tank your grade. Now, there are videos that show you exactly how to build works cited entries using MLA format and how to get the database names. And generally speaking, it's usually just 1 click in the databases, so it's no additional work. We're using third-person objective voice here, and that means no talking about yourself, no bringing in like uncles or family members or friends as research. The research must come from our databases. Thesis statement, most important sentence in the paper. Make it the last sentence of your intro. Start by giving props to those who disagree with you, and then come out and make a very clear should claim. What are you arguing should happen, should not happen, should be banned, should be encouraged? Make your stance on the issue very clear. Prong or umbrella, totally up to you. Doesn't matter. I like them both, and they both serve a purpose in the paper. Pick the one that you like best and use it. You must acknowledge your opposition's point of view with respect in the first body paragraph. So show readers that you know what you're up against, you know who you're up against, and that you respect their opinions, even if you don't agree. It is a research paper, so every body paragraph needs research. There'll be 4 body paragraphs total, your opposition plus the 3 where you defend your position. So 4 total body paragraphs, and each one needs to have cited research. Here's a tip. Don't ask any questions in this paper. Instead, ask yourself those questions, and whatever answers you come up with, there's a good chance those will be your topic sentence claims or possibly your thesis. Now this stuff down here related to process, we'll do this in the discussion forums, step by step, just like we did with compare and contrast. So I don't have to go through and read this stuff. You should read it, that way you recognize it when you do it in the discussion forums. Let's click through and take a look at that rubric. Just like the compare and contrast rubric, I'm going to show you what I'm going to break down in grade: intro, thesis, body 1 for your opposition, body 2, 3, 4 for your position, a conclusion, proofreading, and MLA. And just like the compare and contrast, I've assigned points and a description of how to get an awesome score, a decent score, and a not so decent score. Notice your intro isn't worth that much, but your thesis, 1 sentence, is worth 20 points. Definitely spend some time on it. I want to show you here for the body paragraphs, I'm using the word reasonable, and I'm saying that on purpose. An argument is not about being loud and forceful, and it's not about winning and convincing people to agree with you. It's about being reasonable and showing that your position is grounded in logic and it can be supported with research. That's what reasonable means. So your objective isn't to convince me to agree with you. Your objective is to convince me that you can be reasonable about the things you believe in. And there's a formula that we'll learn in the course called claim, evidence, warrant. And that's what you'll use to build these paragraphs. And so I'm looking to see that you can be reasonable and make reasonable claims, support those claims with reasonable evidence, and connect the dots using reasonable warrant. That's it. You don't have to change my worldview. Just have to show me that you can use this formula to structure your ideas. Now, MLA scares a lot of people, and that's understandable. Some teachers can be very, very picky about their MLA formatting. They'll come down on you over every comma, every period, every colon. I'm not really one of those. The way I look at it is, if it's close enough, it's close enough. But there are some major errors that all teachers will hold students accountable for, and that's kind of where I am. Like plagiarism, you don't want to plagiarize anything. Other major errors might include leaving out your in-text citations, or leaving out your works cited entries, leaving off database names, single spacing the paper, and not bothering to put your works cited list in ABC order. These are like really big, obvious things that any teacher would make a big deal out of. But I'm not worried about the little things. So get the major things in the MLA right, and you'll be covered. And remember, there are videos throughout the course to help you with these major things. It's worth noting the others down here at the bottom. For example, paragraph count. It's a 6-paragraph essay. It's not 5 like the others. If you write a 5-paragraph essay, you'll be missing an important part of the paper. It's also not a 7-paragraph essay. If you stick extra paragraphs in there, it means you failed to make a concise argument. I'm only going to read the first 6 paragraphs. You don't get additional paragraphs to prove your point. Each paragraph has a specific job to do in the 6-paragraph structure. So if your essay is not 6 paragraphs exactly, it gets a 0. The instructions are pretty clear about animal suffering and animal cruelty. I'm not going to read those papers, so don't write them. If I come across a paper that involves some kind of animal testing or animal cruelty or zoos or whatever, I'm just going to put a 0 on it and move on. And then we are at the end of the semester, so there's not a lot of room to mess this up and offer redos. Keep in mind, Microsoft Word is the best program to use to write your papers if you're going to submit them to Brightspace. And that allows you to save them as a docx or else a PDF very easily and upload them, and expect that upload to be compatible with Brightspace. Don't take any chances. If I click on your paper and it's in some weird format and just comes back as code or blank, there's not much I can do except stick a 0 on it because I can't read it. So don't take any chances. We're at the end of the semester and there's just not enough time for me to reach out and contact you and coordinate for you to resubmit. Use Microsoft Word, play it safe, save it as a docx or else a PDF. So that's everything I have for you now. If you have any questions about anything I covered in these instructions or in this rubric, click on the little envelope in the upper right-hand corner, send me a message in Brightspace, and I'll do my best to clarify.